Hello lovelies, today's video is the last of my Halloween tutorials and it is in this mermaid look. So I'm starting with skin as usual and I'm priming my skin with the L'Oreal Lumi Magique Pure Light Primer and just blending this into my skin with my fingers. For foundation, I decided to go with the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, since I find that it's quite a natural kind of glowy look to the skin once it's finished. So I'm just buffing this into my skin with a Real Techniques Expert face brush. Now for some face paint, so I'm going in with the same blue face paint that I used in my Ice Queen tutorial, so I'm using this on a Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. And for this look I wanted to focus the face paint on my forehead, and then so I'm just building up the intensity of that. I'm starting really lightly at first, and then I'm just lightly keep packing it on to intensify a little bit. You don't want to give them too much at the start because then it can start going a bit patchy. And then I also decided to take this down onto my cheekbones, so I wanted it to be just the kind of top half of my face, whereas that is where I'd put the face paint. Why was that so hard for me to say? I'm also making sure that I drag the face paint back into my hairline. I don't want there to be any gaps, and I'm just blending out the edges on my cheeks with my foundation brush since I wanted it to look a bit more natural rather than just like a harsh line. And then with the same kind of face paint but in a green colour, I'm just dabbing this on the perimeter of my face, exactly where I've put the blue one. I just wanted to add a bit of depth to the colour and not make it look like one solid blue colour, so the green was really good for that. Now I'm grabbing some blue glitter from Lit Cosmetics, so that is in the shade Oceana, and I'm applying this with the Too Faced Glitter Glue. So I'm just dabbing the glitter glue on the perimeter of my face. I wanted to use the glitter as to kind of look like the scales. I didn't want to do what everyone else does and use the fishnet tights and kind of do the scales on that way. I wanted to be a bit different. So I'm just dabbing the Too Faced Glitter Glue on the outside of my face like I said, and then I'm just going to dab the glitter on with my fingers. We'll get real lost, we'll get real lost again. Just run away with me, darling. Just dabbing the glitter on all over where I put the glitter glue, so that is basically just the very outer perimeter of my face, so right back into my hairline. I'm also just adding some to the outsides of my cheeks as well, so it continues all the way down from where I put the face paint. I feel like I'm saying this in all my videos recently, but I'm really sorry about the bad lighting. I feel as if it's like really emphasised because I've got my background. Like I'm obsessed with this background, but it's really causing me so much difficulty at the moment. It's making the lighting really bizarre and my camera is just not focusing the majority of the time. So I'm really sorry about that in this video. I've tried to edit around it as much as I possibly could, but I'm trying my best to experiment a little bit and find something that actually works. I have it set on like facial recognition or something just now, but I don't think that's working for me. I think that works in like chattier videos like my little box video. I think that was fine, but for these kind of tutorial videos I think I need to change that because editing this one was so much hard work. But it was my second attempt at filming it and I was not filming it for the third time because this face paint and glitter is so hard to get off. Back to the tutorial, I'm taking the shade Hopscotch from Geek and I'm using this to like kind of add a bit of purple to the perimeter of my face. So I'm just applying this where I didn't apply the glitter, so I was just kind of filling in my hairline and things like that, but where the glitter missed. And then I also took my Sigma F05 small contour brush and a little bit of that Hopscotch shade and decided to contour with it because I thought the purple contour would really just tie the whole look together. And I'm taking that same Hopscotch shade on the same, I think it's a Sigma it's either 35 or 40, I've got them at the same time so I always get confused, but I'm just using this to buff into the crease. It is when I'm doing my eyes that you can really notice that it's not in focus all the time, so again I'm really sorry about that, but I'm trying my best to figure this out and hopefully my next tutorial will be so much better. blown this Hopscotch shade out, so I want it to be practically straight up to the brow bone, and I'm also going to taking it quite far out to the side. I want to take it into the face paint, so I'm doing it a lot like more not winged out, but I'm taking it a lot further out to the side towards my temples than I normally would, but for this kind of look I think it really does work. So I'm just doing the exact same on the other eye, and then just keep building up this shade to intensify the look of the crease. To prime my eye before adding the lid shade, I'm taking the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Milk. This is the first time I've ever used that, but I'm really happy the way it worked out. It really does intensify the lid shade later. I'm just applying this all over the lid, and then I'm taking as a wee bit smudger brush and just blending that out. So I'm taking it all the way up to the crease, and not any further than that, because I want obviously the colour in the crease to be quite defined, but I'm just applying this to the lid just so that the lid shade is even brighter than it usually would be. For the lid shade, I'm taking Daydreamer from Makeup Geek, so that is a gorgeous purple foil shade, and on that same smudger brush I'm just applying this all over the lid and really packing it on, and it is so much more intense and brighter and like more foiled than it normally is because of the Jumbo Eye Pencil, so I think I might be using that trick in a lot more tutorials. I love it. Now I'm going back in with more of that Hopscotch shade and just kind of blending that into the crease again, just to re-intensify it a little bit. Again, taking that Hopscotch shade, I'm taking it on as a wee bit 224 I believe, and just running this under the lower lash line to smoke it out a little bit. I'm taking the Hopscotch again on a pencil brush. I think this is a Luxe pencil brush from Jouer, and I'm just smoking this out as close to the lower lash line as I possibly can get, and then blending it out with the same fluffy brush I used to apply Hopscotch in the crease originally. I want my whole eye look to be very smoky, so I'm taking that Hopscotch shade and just kind of dragging it a lot further down than I normally would, like underneath the lower lash line. I want it to be completely blown out and over the top. And now I'm going in with another purple shade. This is Wisteria from Makeup Geek. So on that same fluffy brush, I'm just using this to like increase the depth of colour in the crease, and just smoking it out in exactly the same places that I placed Hopscotch earlier. Same brush, I'm taking another shade from Makeup Geek. This is Fashion Addict, so I'm using that just to add a little bit of pop of pink, just to intensify the purple look of the eyes, because I was thinking it was looking a bit dull, so I wanted to make it a little bit brighter, and I think this shade really does that. Here, but my camera seems to cut out, but all I did was take the shade Whimsical from Makeup Geek, which is a gorgeous kind of pink foiled shade, on a a shader brush, and then just applied that to the inner corner and the cupid's bow. And now I'm going in with my Anastasia Moonchild Glow Kit, and I'm taking the shade, I think that's Purple Horseshoe or something, and on a small kind of base shadow brush from Real Techniques, and just use that to highlight my cheekbones, and I also use it to highlight the tip of my nose and the bridge of my nose. I felt as though the highlight wasn't that bright, so I'm back in with that Whimsical shade, and I just used it on the same brush just to brighten up that highlight a little bit, and it looks amazing. I love this shade. I also used that same Whimsical shade to highlight my brow bone as well. Next I decided I wanted to add some glitter to my eyes, so I'm going back in with the Too Faced glitter glue, so I'm just applying that a little bit of that to my lid, but I just wanted to do a kind of line down the centre, and then I also wanted to use that same blue glitter from Lit Cosmetics, so I just applied that to my lid. Now I'm going back in with Fashion Addict just to intensify the crease again. I want it to be super bright, so that's why I just keep going back in and building that up. Now I'm going in with Daydreamer, so that was the gorgeous purple foil. So I'm taking that on a base shadow brush and just applying this to my lips, since I wanted them to look really kind of sparkly purple. And then I'm just topping that with the Skinny Dip Lip Topper from Jouer, just to add a little bit of sparkle. For brows, I wanted to keep them quite natural, so I'm just filling them in with my brow definer in dark brown from Anastasia. So what I like to do with this is kind of draw a line underneath the bottom and then just kind of fill in lightly on top to make them look as natural as possible. And then just brush through them with the spoolie on the end of the brow definer. And I'm just doing exactly the same for the other brow. Last but not least, I'm applying some Benefit Roller Lash Mascara and then some falsies. And then the final step in this tutorial is to add a nice headband. So I picked this up from Amazon and it's got a gorgeous seashell on the side, and I think that just makes the whole look. And that is this look completed. So I'm really happy that this turned out. I think it's so much better than the first time I filmed it, so I'm glad in the end I had to refilm. If you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to be notified of any future videos, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys!